Welcome inside the Duke Dome, where it's game number 11 for the Wellington Dukes, and they're taking on the Collingwood Colts tonight. I'm Alex Mahara, joined alongside Jason Parks for this broadcast on your TV. And Jason, it's a Collingwood Colts team that's new to this league, a lot of new faces on this team, and even a new head coach. What do you think?
Well, that's right, and it's going to be a very interesting night for the Collingwood Colts for sure. Tom Milne comes in. He's going to replace Greg Johnson, the former NHLer, after a handful of games or so.
And let's talk a little bit about who they have back in the lineup tonight. Ben Evans returns after a 5-game absence, and he's another one of those key players. He's a player who's played with the Dukes before. He's a veteran player in this league. He even played Junior C last year, where he's a good scorer. He can prove it at all levels. And here we are at the Duke Dome, starting in goal for the Collingwood Colts. That's Nick Donofrio. He's played 2 games so far this season, carries an 0-1 record with a 4.22 goals against average and an .841 save percentage. Across the pond from him tonight for the Wellington Dukes, that's Matt Keeley, making his 7th start of the season. A 4-1 record with a 2.96 goals against average this season. There's Thomas Milne, who gets his 2nd game behind the bench for the Collingwood Colts. He knows this building well. And across the rink from him is head coach Derek Smith, who's new to this team this season. He's found some early success for the first place Wellington Dukes. Puck comes back to the blue line. Humberstone to Addison. Pass into the middle for Massey, to the back door, they score! There he is, Jake Gagnon with another one. 1-0 Dukes.
I think we're going to have to change the graphic in the truck. We had the points leader in the OJHL was Jake Gagnon. He just added another one. What a nice little bit of passing here in the Collingwood Colts zone. And that's why they brought over Jake Gagnon. Great relationship there with Dylan Massey. They've played minor hockey in Quebec.
Here's Ben Evans trying to get towards the middle of the ice. Now he gets the puck back with a shot. That's stopped and put back into the corner. Quinn Hanna off the point, a shot, and he scores! Quinn Hanna with a blast, and it's 2-0 Dukes.
Well, you see Donofrio looking over towards the Collingwood Colts bench. I'm not sure if Tom Milne's going to get the quick hook here. He hasn't really looked as sharp, but certainly Quinn Hanna, he's no stranger to scoring goals in this hockey league, and the big blast always comes. Caught him unexpectedly there. I think Donofrio was expecting his own player to tie up Hanna. Hanna was able to get in there and get a quick shot, and it's 2-0 Dukes already.
Passed ahead for former teammate and current teammate Jake Campbell. Now he gets a return feed, and Campbell's going to tip that home and cut this lead in half as a couple of Trenton Goldenhawks connect to make that 2-1.
Well, certainly a few smiling faces in the stands, I'm sure, tonight. A Napanee native, Jacob Campbell, who the organization, the Wellington Dukes organization, might have known well as a Quinny Red Devils grad, and boy, what a great little tip there, right on the doorstep. Knew what he had to do and did it. And Keeley really not much of a chance on that one. So close, and Jacob Campbell looks like he's done that a few times.
And maybe that stings a little bit more for the Wellington Dukes brass as they try to recruit Campbell back in the day. He winds up here in Collingwood a couple years later and scores a goal. Now back in on the attack is Surreyeth with a shot, and that's going to come out front. It looks like Campbell tipped that in, but referee did not single a goal. Play will continue. The Collingwood Colts bench is up in arms.
I think what happened is the Collingwood Colt player had skated right in front of Danny Emerson as the puck went in, and it definitely did go in from our vantage point, hit the crossbar, and certainly as play goes on here, it doesn't look like. We'll see what happens here. See if the officials get together. See, right now we see Emerson and we see Emerson and.
Oh yeah.
And Deck Royal talking about it here. And see what's decided. They're pointing at the scoreboard. Yeah, there's the goal. It's been added to the scoreboard, so they're going to reset the clock here.
Moves in and feeds back for Taylor. Taylor with a long shot from the blue line. Scramble in front of the net, and that's going to stay out. And oh, what a save there from Matt Keeley. Down and out at the buzzer. Comes across with the glove. What a save. Right at the buzzer, Matt Keeley keeps it at 2-2, and that's where we'll stay heading into the first intermission. We hope you stay with us on your TV, as we'll be back for the feature with Thomas Milne and the second period.
could have stepped on the neck of the Colts, didn't, even though they're up 2-0, and now they got a hockey game. Here's what's been kind of making the rounds in the hockey world. You'll see Dawson Ellis. This isn't Gilbert on Monday night. See him get belted into the boards, and interesting there, number 4 really giving him the business. Dawson Ellis now going to cross the ice and get leveled by Coburg's Butler, and the puck's going to come back the other way. Tied 1-1. This is late in the third period. There we see Ben Addison, who we talked about. Nice little pass here. And boom, in the net. How about that? Dawson Ellis, what a goal, and certainly getting shared around social media on Tuesday and Wednesday, making the rounds, and boy, is he a happy camper. We'll talk to him in the second intermission.
As now Dylan Massey, another big contributor, sends a centering pass, and that's tipped in by Evans. And welcome back to the lineup, Ben Evans, as the Dukes jump out to a 3-2 lead.
That's got to feel pretty good for number 14. Bit of a smile coming back to the bench and able to get back on the score sheet. You know, Ben Evans, if the Wellington Dukes are going to go anywhere this year, their captain's going to play a large role in what happens. And just a really nice feed too. Dylan Massey, when he came over from Cornwall last season, I wasn't sure what kind of player we had here, but wow, what eyes to Ben Evans, and Ben Evans, of course, going to the net.
Are the Colts. That's Zebdi trying to drive to his backhand. A centering pass. Puck comes back into the slot, and another nice save there from Keeley towards the Collingwood Colts zone. Gets a pass back, and he scores! Ben Woodhouse goes shelf. 4-2 Dukes.
Everybody in the rink, and maybe even Ben Woodhouse, a little bit surprised with that bank pass. That puck just seemed to grow legs all of a sudden and carry a little bit further than anybody anticipated. And all of a sudden, Ben House finds himself alone in tight, and Donofrio goes down. We're gonna maybe we didn't quite see the pass. We could back that up a little bit, but what a goal too. Ben Woodhouse running out of space rather quickly and able to put it up over the right shoulder.
Now Massey again, strong move through the middle to the outside. Now Voss gets it back, a shot, and he scores.
I don't know if it was tipped on the way home, but certainly Derek Voss finds the seam, and the puck goes into the net. I don't think he's leading the goal train. So it looks like Landon McClellan, a former Picton Pirate himself, getting a nice tip in front. From one current Pirate to a former Picton Pirate, and the fifth goal, the key fifth goal.
Has been a little bit quiet here in this third period, this entire top line with Suryath, Kyle, as Dylan Massey picks up that puck. Rather, Gagnon now a feed out front, and oh, what a goal! Ben Evans gets his second on the night off a sweet feed from Gagnon. And just like that, the floodgates are open, 6-2 Dukes.
Well, the presence of mind at Jake Gagnon, that's what's been impressing me so much. Able to get, sort of an Andrew Rinaldi type player. He has that extra gear, going to take it wide, and just has a sense to know where the, you see even the Collingwood Colts sort of shrug their shoulders after that one. What are we going to do with that? A beautiful pass. Ben Evans knows, and he's a player that knows where the open spots are. That's what we're going to see this season. And we see the Colts come back, but we're going to see that from the Dukes. It's going to be a good year, but Collingwood getting right back in this game.
Yeah, response there from the Collingwood Colts as Zebdi's going to fire that past Keeley to make it 6-3. So a little bit of late life here from the Collingwood Colts, but maybe a little bit too little too late at this point in the hockey game.
We'll have to wait and see, but we see a little bit of lackadaisical play. Look, Zebedee right in the slot.
And a shot now, and that's going to find the back of the net as Kyle is going to make this game interesting with 2 minutes to go. The Collingwood Colts cut into that lead. Out on the ice is Breckles and Humberstone, Woodhouse, Panetta, and Ellis, a veteran line. And Collingwood gets the draw. Neighbors' shot is blocked. And now back up ice, and Panetta with an empty cage is going to ice this game for the Wellington Dukes. Going to pick up their 10th win of the season, improve to 10-2, while the Collingwood Colts fall to 500 for the first time in their inaugural season. Matthew Keeley's going to pick up the win, making 30 saves on 34 shots. And a big night for Ben Evans, Jake Gagnon, Dylan Massey, that top line getting it done when it mattered most. And a good return home for Jake Campbell. The Napanee native picks up 2 goals in the first period, but not enough as the Collingwood Colts are going to lose this game